Hello students, today we will be solving the IB Math EHL May 2024 paper 1 time zone 1 question number 7. We will be getting all solved past paper questions in form of playlists in my channel NS online math tutoring classes. You will also be getting playlists where the solved past paper questions are grouped based on their topics. There is a playlist related to complex numbers, another playlist related to integral calculus, third related to differential calculus and so on. I'm Nilanjana Sanyal. I'm an online IB Math EAHL level tutor. In case you want to join my classes, please contact me for more details. My phone number and my website address are given at the bottom of the screen. So without any further delay, let us start answering question number 7. The maximum mark is 7. It says using mathematical induction and the definition and NCR equal to n factorial over r factorial times n minus r factorial. Prove that sigma r equal to 1 to n, rc1 is equal to n plus 1 c2. Okay. So what do we do for mathematical induction? We first of all prove it for the smallest possible value of n, which is n is belonging to the set of all positive integers. So the smallest value that n can have is equal to 1. Okay. So when n is equal to 1, left hand side is equal to r equal to 1 to 1, rc1, which is equal to 1c1. Okay, because the last value of r is also equal to 1, so there will be only a single term, 1c1, which is equal to 1 factorial over 1 factorial times by 1 minus 1, that is 0 factorial, and 0 factorial is 1. So this is equal to 1. Okay, so the left hand side is 1, right hand side is equal to 1 plus 1 c2 equal to 2c2 is equal to 2 factorial over 2 factorial times 2 minus 2 factorial, which is 0 factorial, that is 1. And 2 factorial and 2 factorial, these two will be getting cancelled. So this is also equal to 1. Therefore, left hand side equal to right hand side, hence true when n equal to 1. Okay. So this is the general format of proving by mathematical induction. Let the given expression or equation be true when n is equal to k. K is any positive integer. Okay. Therefore, sigma r equal to 1 to, in place of n, I am writing k because now n is equal to k. rc1 is equal to k plus 1 c2. Okay. Is true. To prove r equal to 1 to k plus 1 when n equal to k plus 1, rc1 equal to k plus 1 c2 or k plus 2 c2. This is what we have to prove. So, we always start from the left hand side of what has to be proved. So, it is k plus 1, it is the sigma notation, r equal to 1 to k plus 1, rc1. This is equal to 1c1 when r equal to 1, so it is 1c1. Then r is equal to 2, it is 2c1 plus 3c1 and so on up to when r equal to k, it is kc1. Okay, plus k plus 1 c1. Okay, so this part can be written as sigma r equal to 1 to k RC1. Okay, as the R values go on changing, the upper numbers we are changing. Okay, they have the same value as R. So this plus K plus 1 C1. And we know this to be equal to this. We have assumed this to be equal to true. This is true. So I can substitute this expression in place of this. So this is K plus 1 C2 plus K plus 1 C1. Okay, fine. So let us just expand these. Means K, what is K plus 1 C2? It is K plus 1 factorial because I do not know how to combine these two and get to this single term. I do not have any idea. So I'm just writing which I can do. I know the definition of NCR because I cannot stop. If you stop, you will never come to the answer. So you cannot stop. You have to try. So what I can do is I'll be just writing the definitions of these two terms. So K plus 1 C2 will be K plus 1 factorial over 2 factorial times K plus 1 minus 2 factorial. Okay. Plus K plus 1 C1. So it is K plus 1 factorial over 1 factorial times K plus 1 minus 1 factorial. Okay. So this is equal to K plus 1 factorial over 2 factorial, and K plus 1 minus 2 is K minus 1. 2 factorial is 2. It is K minus 1 factorial plus K plus 1 factorial divided by 1 factorial. I am not writing it explicitly anymore. And this plus and 1 and minus 1, these two will be getting cancelled. So it is basically K plus 1 factorial over K factorial. And let us just see what is this expression equal to. It is K plus 2 factorial over 2 factorial and K plus 2 minus 2 factorial, which is equal to K plus 2 factorial. 2 factorial is 2, and this plus 2 and minus 2 will be getting cancelled. So it will be 2 times K factorial. This is what we have to come to. Okay. And right now we are at this stage. So this is equal to, I need K factorial and there is this 2. So I can take the common denominator as 2K factorial. Okay. So it is not 2K whole factorial. It is 2 times K factorial. Okay. So 2 is there for the first term, 2 is present, and this is K minus 1 factorial and this is K factorial. So if I rather multiply K with both the numerator and the denominator, this K times K minus 1 factorial becomes K factorial. Okay. I have multiplied with K just to get the K factorial that I need. Okay. In the denominator. So K times K minus 1 factorial is K factorial. So the numerator will be K times K plus 1 factorial. And for the second term, K factorial is present, but 2 is not present. So the second term will be 2 times K plus 1 factorial. Okay. So this is equal to, I can take K plus 1 factorial common. So this is K plus 1 factorial, and from the first term it is K, and from the second term it is 2. Divided by 2K factorial. And K plus 2 times K plus 1 factorial is nothing but K plus 2 factorial over 2K factorial, which is equal to K plus 2 C2. Proved. Okay. Therefore, we find that the equation or the given equation is true when n is equal to 1 and is true and is also true when n equal to k plus 1 whenever it is true for n equal to k. K is a positive integer. Okay. Therefore, by mathematical induction, actually you have to write these sentences, but you can make it short. Obviously, it will get shortened if you don't have much time. Mathematical induction, we may say that the given equation is true for n belonging to the set of positive integers. Okay, so this is the answer. We have solved this question. Thank you for staying with me till the end. Please like this video in case you have liked my explanation. And please share this video with your friends so that even they can watch this video and get helped by watching this video. And please subscribe to my channel. It will be motivating me and it will be telling the YouTube that it should be sharing my video to more number of students. We meet again very soon. In our next session, we'll be solving question number 8 of the same paper. Till then, bye.